Hey guys, Hydrahead here, and showing back up after a huge ass break. So sorry about that. Anyway, this is Wolverine number 38. This is obviously not a recent comic. You can see here it's from 1991, back when they were only $1.75 and you were getting like 30 or more pages. This one is still a part of the Hama Silvestri team. Love Silvestri's art. Hama's a pretty interesting writer, especially back then. The main reason I wanted to cover this one, though, is, one, the cover is freaking badass. Look at that. I was so excited to read this. And it fits what's going on in the story. The other reason I wanted to do this one is because up to this point, the comics had all been kind of, I'd say, more action-based. Maybe even a little bit of drama. But this one very much had a kind of mystery detective feel to it, just because of all the stuff that was going on. And that was really cool. Sorry about all the weird noises, but when I'm cold, I can't decide if I want to cough or yawn. Not whine. I'm not worried about whining. Let's go ahead and jump into the comic itself, though. So, of course, we got this lovely, lovely style paper. I really miss this, and I think this has a lot to do with why we pay so much money now, is because we're using the stupid glossy print on everything. Also, if you guys think you can handle it, Double Dragon 3 is coming out soon. The Sacred Stones. That should be difficult. Oh, yeah, and Storm is in this one, and she's a badass. She's like... Basically, what's going on is these gangsters are looking for Logan because they think Wolverine keeps showing up and basically robbing their businesses. And Storm is trying to figure out why they're hunting for Wolverine. They show her a video. It looks like Logan robbing him. He's wearing his cowboy hat and his flannel shirt and everything. And even shows him getting shot. And the weird thing is, though, he's got this little girl with him. And obviously, Logan's not a thief, so that's kind of weird, too. They try pulling a fast one on Storm and shooting her in the back, but she ends up destroying their entire building and then just, like, reprimanding them like a mom would. It was pretty funny. The bad guys in this all have really, really, really thick New York kind of gutter accents. It's kind of slows down the reading a bit, because you gotta get through all that. Me and Reno, we down at the bus station, you know. Am I your probation officer? You gotta tell me where you is all the time. Give me a break. That kind of talk. Which, you know, if you're like DMI and you live in New York, that's probably just your second language, but for those of us on the West Coast who still use vowels and consonants, it's a little bit difficult. I'm just kidding. It's not. It's cool. The character designs for some of the bad guys are pretty cool, too. Like, these guys very much fit this old Looney Tunes style, a tough guy. I think it's pretty neat. Or maybe it's Disney. Some old cartoon I've seen guys design like that for the bad dudes. More importantly, though, Wolverine's fucking rolling with some hotties. So, as the story progresses, though, we basically find out that these two dudes here, they found the real Wolverine, and they're going to track him down and bring him back to the home base. So, we see him get captured and locked in a trunk. Next thing we know, Wolverine's breaking into some other building, right? He's got this little girl with him, and I was trying to figure out, like, she's pretty cute, too. First off, why the hell's he got this little girl with him? And I was like, and plus I just saw this guy get kidnapped, and now he's busting through the door. What the shit's going on? Well, it turns out somebody actually... Oh, yeah. And that's not actually the... Wait a minute, hold on. Yeah. It's not actually the Silver Surfer. It's just like some artwork of the Silver Surfer on the building, and it kind of threw me off at first. I was like, why the hell is he in this story? And then it kind of registered. But anyway, it turns out that this Wolverine and the little girl are actually robots created by the same guy who created Lady Deathstrike. And the little girl is loaded down with C4 explosives. Every vacant space in her body has been filled with explosives. That way, when Wolverine gets to them to, fight them from pretending to be him, the little girl just suicide bomb him. She's got advanced AI circuitry, but the guy's like, no. We have her locked down to a 5-year-old, or to being a 9-year-old. She's not going to be smart enough to fear her death. And we get this little side character who's like, Race! Pierce doesn't know that I slipped up. LCD got the maximum logic program by mistake. Should I tell him? Never tell Pierce you messed up. Sit tight. Maybe it'll work itself out. Yo, who cares that you gave her the maximum logic? It's all gonna work out in the end. Well, it doesn't. The little girl gets wise. She actually, her and fake Wolverine run to the Radio Shack, buy a whole bunch of integrated circuits and parts and whatnot, and then she rebuilds Robot Wolverine to make him faster, stronger, better. And also upgrades his logic circuit. And then we kind of have this, like, emotional moment between the two robots where they kind of realize their mortality and the fact that they don't want to die. More importantly, though, we get more Wolverine and his girlfriends, who are drawn rather nicely. They want to ride because he kind of ditched him at a bus stop, and he's like, "What? You can't get a ride from somebody else?" I'm like, no, we're picky. Plus, you owe us. But they need someplace to put their surfboards. So what does he do? He cuts the roof off this car that he stole, so they have a place to put their boards. It's just fantastic. Then he drives them around, takes them to the place where he's going to do business. And they're like, no, you got to take us to the beach. So he walks him down to the beach, and then he gets attacked by the cyborg. This right here is one of the greatest panels in comics, though. Wolverine throwing these two thoughts away. Get away from me, girls! Also kind of mistook Wolverine and the robot Wolverine in the shadows for Beast. I was like, man, what is Beast doing in this comic? He's kind of randomly showing up, but I assumed he had something to do with Storm, and then I was like, oh, no, that's Robot Wolverine. All right. Also, the funny part about Wolverine's two thoughts is they're totally into the fact that there's now two Wolverines, and they're kind of debating on over who gets who. And one of the guys that was hunting down Logan is actually the owner of that car he cut the roof off. So there's some good times had when he discovered that. But yeah, this whole story has very much kind of a detective feel, especially since you're completely lost at the beginning as to what's going on with the robotics. Or at least I was, probably because I had kind of a big gap from the last one to this one. It was really good. And we don't actually see yet. I'm guessing in the next one we will. But Elsie, the little girl, basically tuned up fake Wolverine so that he could beat the real Logan, which would save her from suiciding. But fake Logan couldn't handle the real Logan. So the little girl can't go against her prime directive, and she takes off to go suicide bomb. I have to do what I was created to do. She lisps really bad. And so what she does, she tricks Wolverine. She's in this burning building and starts calling for help. Of course, he's going to go and help her, and the story ends. So tune in next time. See what happens. Anyway, I'm really liking these old Wolverine comics, and I'm going to be annoying the shit out of you guys with a bunch more of them. Also, I think my next review is going to be Black Torch number 3. Volume 3 came out last week. It's good. I'll tell you about it later. Thanks for watching. Hail Hydra.